You know what time it is. You know what we're here for. You know what series this is. You know who it is. I'm being blinded by the light right now to be intense. The moment of truth. It's just Drake, man. All right, it's just Drake. We got another replay episode out, and today we're going to be tackling Drake and his recent project, More Life, released in March of 2017. A very mixed release. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people didn't. More people fell on the indifferent side than people who just completely hated it, though. Me, I was probably a person that disliked it more, just for noticing some of the things that Drake was saying at the time. Even though I gave it an out of my mind score at the beginning, I came back to my senses and I was like, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. You shouldn't have given it that. So I'm gonna be honest and level with you right now. I haven't completely listened to the project all the way through, probably since July of 2017, but I've heard multiple songs from the project since then, and I gotta tell you, with every listen it gets tougher and tougher and tougher. But that's just my personal opinion. All right, I know music fans are sensitive. Most of you guys are in your early 20s, so I mean, you get emotional if someone doesn't like the same things that you like. All I'm here to do is to tell you to be confident in your opinion, so that other people's opinions don't make you mad or angry or upset. Like, it shouldn't get to that point. Somebody should be able to have a different perspective or opinion than you, and you be able to accept it without feeling some type of way. Without further ado, let's tackle the Drake More Life project, see if we can't get a different perspective, and see what the reception of this album has been since its release back in 2017. I'm ready. Let's go. Drake More Life review, I guess we'll search for a review. I don't want to go the exact same places every time, so I mean, I want to mix up the sites. Let's try Hot New Hip Hop. The editor gave this pretty much a B+, while the audience pretty much rated it a C or a C-, I believe. More Life starts with a college dropout style blast of chipmunk soul that quickly transitions into a standard minor key Drake banger. I believe the first song off More Life was Free Smoke, which I did enjoy. See, I think people have a bad perception of my perception of Drake. I like Drake. I like when he's rapping. I just don't like the simpy shit. I don't like the soft, all I gotta do is serenade all the time. Like, it's like he's forgotten the audience that he used to pander to early on. And I'm not talking about like Thank Me Later days. I'm talking about way before that, when he used to rap and like make mixtapes and, cover other people's instrumentals. Like, that's what he used to do. He seemed more focused early on in proving that he was a hardcore, dedicated rapper, someone who was fully invested in hip hop and rap, as opposed to someone who was just trying to be trendy. And I'm not saying emotion and love are things that aren't genuine anymore, but they are also trendy. Love and relationships can be profited from. I mean, look at Valentine's Day. I'm sure these companies are going to be making crazy amounts of money tomorrow, but things that people hold near and dear to them, unfortunately, can be profited from. On the next song, he's going full roadman next to UK veteran Giggs. Passion Fruit, a near perfect pop song with house undertones follow. I cannot wrap my head around. It doesn't feel real. I like the idea behind Passion Fruit, but coming from someone else, I cannot get behind it. And people's defense for this song is, oh man, you're not gonna be hating it when your girl's playing it. But again, that's like saying you like shopping because your girl does it, you're gonna do it. Like, yeah, you're gonna do it probably to, make sure your girl is quiet, but that doesn't mean you like doing it. You don't have to like Passion Fruit to listen to it. We're barely halfway through the album, and Drake's dipped his toes into multiple cultures, genres, sets of slang, and eras. As a businessman, this is an incredibly smart move on Drake's part. As a musician, I don't agree. And I've said this before, just because you do multiple things don't mean you do multiple things well. And that's my main issue with this project. I mean, Drake hadn't even fully solidified himself as a rapper, in my opinion. Drake had pretty much, put his foot down with If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. But I felt like he needed a little bit more consistency with that aggressive behavior before we could take him seriously in these other lanes. Or at least me, I can't speak for everyone. Despite being called a playlist rather than an album, More Life flows better than Views and contains more risks. You're right, there are stronger statements made with More Life as opposed to Views. Views seems as if it's a Drake that is trying to jump off a cliff, but is inching towards the cliff ever so slightly. With More Life, he seems to be getting a full run in before he jumps. He talks about being an angry youth when I was writing Views, and that petty rage mixed with fear and failure led to a commercial full length that didn't live up to its hype or sales numbers. Views sold like 1 million records first week. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Not only did it sell 1 million records first week, I believe it stayed on the charts for like a significant amount of time. I don't disagree that the songs on that project were disappointing, but to say that it didn't, you know, perform well as far as the industry is concerned, as far as numbers, you'd be crazy. This is the pessimistic Drake fueled by negative energy that we first heard on If You're Reading This Is Too Late. No, 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 no. Nothing, and I will stand behind this wholeheartedly. Nothing that Drake has come out with post If You're Reading This Is Too Late has been better than If You're Reading This Is Too Late. I don't care what no one says. This is my opinion. Fight me! This playlist paints Drake as what we've all known him to be for years, but what he's never owned up to. Someone who's pretty much at his best when he's bearing his soul, whether via emo bars or forlorn singing. So let's stretch that out, basically. That just gave me a thought. If Drake would have never come out as a rapper, would we be disappointed with anything that he's doing? Answer me that in the comments. Like, would you genuinely be upset with Drake making some of the music that he's made, songs that maybe appeal to dancehall or maybe that, you know, stem from his Toronto home life? Would we still be disappointed in half of the things that he's doing if he never really tried to be a rapper? Because Drake as a singer is enjoyable. I just don't think all the singing he does is appropriate for every song that he makes. Sometimes it doesn't fit, or sometimes it's a little too soft, considering that a song or two earlier, he may have just been rapping his life away. I feel the same way about Post Malone. If he never would have entered the rap game. So you gotta remember, Drake has always incorporated a lot of his R&B and soul mixture and blues in his music, even if he's going to rap over it. See, this isn't like a Post Malone situation where Post is intentionally making a certain kind of music and then denying his involvement in that culture or inspiration from, basically not wanting to consider himself a rapper. Drake, on the other hand, is doing something like this and not denying what he wants to do. I just feel like Drake started off doing something that he knew he had to do, and now that he's in the position where he can do what he wants to do, I feel like he is getting flack for that. But it's the way of the game. Like, you can't come into the industry or into your career doing one thing and then try to do kind of like a 180 when people are used to you for this. But is Drake a strong enough rapper for me to miss him that much if he were to just turn over a new leaf and just go strictly to singing? Would I miss his rapping that much? I don't know. It's an interesting concept. So the person who wrote this article is unanimous, but they seem to enjoy it a decent amount. Let's look at the comments on this thing. This album gets a 10 out of 10 for me. All right, you wildin'. All right, you know, review over. See, guys, no one has ever been able to unite music pretty much from the UK, North America, and Africa. This was a blast to listen to. Mostly amazing songs. The others were still good. This will be a classic because it was the first in history to open up the world to sound. That isn't true at all. You're delusional. Felt like a random collection of loose tracks to me. Not bad, but far from great. Oh, so like a playlist. Yo, this Kyle Korver dude been commenting on every post down below. He must be in his feelings or something. God, take a damn break. Where is Kyle? Oh, Kyle, you coming off like a hater. It's the same old Drake, nothing. Oh man, Kyle. Drake was lazy, uninspired, and too safe after Views. Everyone wanted him to take risks, switch up the style, and do something new. Well, he did just that. Give credit where credit is due. I don't really think people were requesting Drake to do something that would require him to take that many risks. I mean, what he was doing was working for him. I think they wanted more of it. They wanted more life. All right, I'm gonna kill myself. I mean, if you look at So Far Gone and you look at Take Care, the vibe on Nothing Was the Same is kind of similar to both of those projects. So Drake just kind of took what he knew from those albums and added it to another album. I don't really say it's risky for Drake to make an album like Nothing Was the Same. I think Drake and his fan base were well aware of the sound that was requested. If anything, people were going around saying they missed the old Drake, not that they wanted the new Drake. This album is trash for all you saying it's dope. Nothing on this album stood out at all. It's the same shit we've been getting from Aubrey. Oh damn, he called him Aubrey. Damn, you must be mad. It's nothing new, which is why we stand behind Kendrick Cole. Shawn? What? What are you talking about? How you gonna put Shawn in the same breath as Kendrick Cole and Crit and then say Drake is so far from that? Nick Grant, Wale, what the fuck? I'm about sick of y'all acting like his album are gold. What? What the I'm about sick of y'all acting like his album are golden or above anyone else's. This shit should have stayed on the shelf. He has yet to, you gotta capitalize that H. He has yet to produce an undeniable classic album. Yo wildin'. I might be very critical of Drake these days, but So Far Gone is a classic. Take Care is a classic. Now those are arguable, but they're arguable classics. God forbid someone have a different opinion than yours, right? Emotional. Exactly! I'm telling you, rap people are the most emotional pieces of I don't really think Drake cares about cementing a legacy in the same way as artists like Kendrick, in the sense that he's trying to be considered the best rapper of this generation. You can't even categorize him like them anymore. That's true. You can't. What people will remember Drake for won't be the bars or that classic project, but it will be for the sales, the streams, and the cultural impact he and his music has made. I said this a long time ago in my top 3 video with Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, long time ago, that out of all of them, although Kendrick lyrically is ahead of both J. Cole in my opinion and Drake, and has the biggest influence on hip-hop heads, to deny Drake of his cultural impact and his massive influence would be insane. And you can tell the influence that a rapper has on other people based off of the new age rappers that are coming out and trying to rap. I don't see many people trying to, you know, copy Kendrick's flow or his style. I don't see many people trying to jack J. Cole, but I hear a million Drakes on SoundCloud. I hear a million Drakes on YouTube. I hear a million people using Drake's name in their YouTube song, and then you go to the song, it says Drake type song or type beat or whatever, and the person sounds exactly like Drake. That spells influence to me, when there are people that are really literally trying to just rip you off. Now that influence may be based off the fact that you made your sound popular. Drake made his kind of style popular to the point where people knew that it's easy to profit from, so they could probably recreate it, but no one's been able to do it. Y'all delusional if you think this was better than Views. It was better than Views. Views was still an album that was clinging to one side of Drake while still trying to cling to the other side. I didn't really even think Drake knew at all what he wanted Views to be. There was a bunch of empty, repetitive music on Views. Even if you hate Drake, More Life is a 7 out of 10. In reality, it's an... What are you saying? First of all, this comment is so scattered. Even if you hate Drake, okay, I don't get what that has to do with this being a 7 out of 10. And then he switches that from, oh, it's not a 7 out of 10. In reality, it's a 9 out of 10 though. Why not just say it was a 9 out of 10 then? See, comments like this make me mad because these are the people that are so critical of other people's opinions, but are so like afraid to stand behind their own. You literally could have just called this a 9 out of 10, but you're giving it a 7 out of 10 to appease the masses that are going to listen to this project while still trying to stand behind your own opinion at the same time. Like, don't pussy out now. Stand behind your opinion. I feel at this point, some people just love to hate Drake. My guy, nobody gives a fuck. I'm not wasting my time trying to sit up here just to hate a rapper. I don't care like that, but I'm going to stand behind if I don't like something or not. Now, I'm not coming at Drake's personality or his personal life or his opinion. I think people who do that are corny. You know, there are people on forums that literally don't talk music opinion. They literally just gossip. Like, that's all they do. That's why it's tough being a fan of hip hop in any way and then being associated with the rest of the people that literally have no hip hop opinion. They literally just try to make jokes or try to be funny and they're not. People just need to let Drake be Drake and give him his props. My guy, nobody's preventing Drake from being Drake except Drake. Can't mess with this album. Real one's waiting on April 7th though. What's so real? Nothing you need to concern yourself with. I hate people so much. You are not real or any more real than anyone who listens to Drake because you listen to Kendrick. Kill yourself. Wait, whoa. More Life was an instant classic as soon as it hit the airwave. Anyone that tells you otherwise is delusional or a porn addict. Six God will forever reign supreme. And he's got a flower at the end. Jesus Christ. Definitely one of Drake's top projects. There's no arguing on that. Are you sure about that? I've spent too much time here. I need to move on. More Life album review from Pitchfork. 7.8. This is the moment when you exist inside the bubble of a single drunken thought, where all priorities bend like light through a water glass and you find yourself hanging on your phone, watching the twinkling ellipsis of a responding text message like it's the answer to all of your kill yourself. I don't even want to know what the rest of this review is about if you ended it with that. Metacritic has no idea what to label this as. Is it a playlist? Is it an album? Is it a mixtape? Is it a compilation? Overall, not a good album from rap listeners, especially Drake fans. The songs, except for very few, take out that true meaning of Drake's song and lyrics. You waited till the release of Kendrick's album to make this review? You're not slick. This project by Drake is by far the best. You gave it a 6 though. he put into the world since Take Care, and a great improvement on his terrible album Views. While this isn't a bad move for him, I do wish he would push a few more boundaries. Yeah, I can say that he didn't really push boundaries with More Life. He just added cultures, you know, and I can see how that could be viewed as adventurous to some people, but in my opinion, I don't think it pushes boundaries. It just uses different sounds, but you still are the same artist. It's not really explorative. You're not really reinventing yourself. He's just the same Drake on different songs, on different cultures' music. Of course, he tackles this music in a healthy way, but I don't think that he, you know, goes out of his way to really challenge himself as an artist. And that's my biggest complaint with Drake in general, is that I've never really seen him strongly evolve as an artist. I haven't seen him reinvent himself yet. I've just kind of watched him get more trendy over time, and it's been more you know, it's made you popular if you like Drake or if you hate Drake, but I haven't really seen Drake do anything crazy with his sound, with himself. Has he made some of the catchiest music known to man? Yes. Is he a melodic beast and a genius? Yes. But does he know what he wants to do fully? I don't think so. Let's look at what Complex has to say. Drake needs a break. I've said it, you've said it, and the sixth god, ever the silent, omnipresent internet producer heard us. Yeah, but on his album, he said he's coming back this year, so what are you talking about? Like a fighter jet aimed at the highest reaches of the atmosphere, only Drake ejected before its destination, leaving us to contemplate a distant, empty vessel. Problematic for an artist whose appeal is built on oversharing, commiserating, and relating. I like the way that was put. When Drake first announced the playlist on his 30th birthday last October, we didn't know what to expect. Yes, we did. We knew what we were gonna get. He's the same Drake entering a new realm, entering a culture that's already existed before him, kind of capitalizing off of that, taking that sound, incorporating it into his own music, but not changing that much himself. And the writer kind of proves that point by saying it's an 80-minute tour through every sonic phase Drake has experimented with in the past 7 years. Instead, it's Drake pulling from every past studio project, refocusing those strengths, forging new ground, sounds, and flows from them. I don't know. After reading these articles and these reviews for today, I think my new perspective of Drake is I wouldn't be as upset with Drake or as critical of his music if he knew what he was, or he knew what he wanted to do, or knew what he wanted to be. I don't think it's a problem with rappers singing. I think it's a problem. I don't know if mentally Drake is sure of himself, because if he were, I don't think there would be a problem with him making an album where all he does is sing or pander to different audiences outside of what he's been pandering to since the beginning of his career, or strictly rapping. And I hate bringing up Kendrick in this conversation as like a comparison, but if you look at somebody like him, the dude hasn't tried to switch to do that many other things. I mean, sure, his ideals have shown up in different forms on these projects, especially his most recent one that in my opinion was his most commercial. He still sticks to rapping. Like, he knows what he is. He knows what he wants to do. And I just don't feel that same confidence from Drake. I don't feel that same sense of determination from Drake as a rapper. But hey, I'm just speculating here. I'm not 100% sure. I do, like I said, like Drake, and I even enjoy some of the tracks on More Life. It just was far too inconsistent, in my opinion, to be an enjoyable listen all the way through. But I appreciate some of the comments on Hot New Hip Hop for giving me that opinion, because a lot of what was said on there was true. Remember, I'm making these videos just because I'm interested in the discussion that could be had in the comment section below. I'm not making these videos to state my opinion as a fact or try to come off as if I've got the answers on this side. If I make a video on anything, it's because I want to spark a discussion, because I'm confused on something. So that's pretty much what this is. That's what all my videos are. Don't take it as anything more than that. Other than that, it's just my opinion. And I'll see you next time. It's been Shawn C. Replay video is over. Stay tuned on Twitter because I'll be doing a poll to see who's next. See ya. Peace.